Was fucking good. BB Bainey raid. Holy shit. Musical coming through like a fucking champion again. How we fucking doing on this Tuesday? What is good? What is really good? How's it going, Chris? How's it going, Crystal? Jeez, what's up, little cuh? What up, little cuh? What up, my guy? Hope you're doing well, boys and girls. Let me just stick my phone on charge here. Hello, you wanker. It's true. I am one of those. But aren't we all? How you doing, sir? How's everyone doing this week? It's good to see everyone. Oh, so as usual, this is the pre-stream for the mighty Bodak, who is fucking rising like a rocket at the moment. We're gonna show some support a little bit later on, but we're gonna hang out and talk some shit. Hope you're having a great day, Frank Dog. I did not have the best day at work, to be honest, mate. It's getting a bit crazy there. Fucking students pretty much put on a riot today. It weren't really great. Good evening, Frankie. How you doing, for? What's good, my man? It's been a minute, Mr. Pennington. How's things? You can't call me Mr. Pennington anymore. It's actually Doug. Doug from the those cartoons back in the day with the potato nose and the hair that's barely stringing to the top of his dome. It's a new kid in town. How you doing, Lane? What's good? Haircut looks fresh. Yeah, I just got a haircut today. How much did it cost me? Way too much. I'm one of those people who pays way too much for a haircut. It's not worth it, as you can plainly tell. How we doing, though, boys and girls? Hope everyone's well. It's nice to be here as always. We're gearing up to go into Manila in about a week from now, so I'm going to need some ideas for some content for you people because we know I don't have a creative bone in my body. So we've already got the one we spoke about before. But if you guys have got any ideas for some fucked up content, I'm all ears. How you doing, Dougie? What's good, my man? Mature as well. Fuck, you know. Good to see you too, bro. Hope you're doing well. What you guys got for me tonight? Let's get things popping. I'm gonna hang around for about an hour or so, and then I will decide if we can call you still, bruv. It's got to be something deeply insulting and hurtful. Yeah, Sniff started with the whole Doug thing. If you know Doug, you know what I'm talking about. That one was hurtful. I pay $40 just for my beard, not even a haircut. Fucking hell. I'm glad I don't have any beard game, mate, because I'd be broke. I pay way too much for haircuts. It's like you guys know though. Once you form a relationship with whoever does your hair, it's game over. They can charge whatever they want. I paid a solid 60 English pounds today, which is I think about $90, which is an absolute skank. And she uses the old razor on the sides, which I hate. I like scissors. If I'm gonna be paying premium dollar, I need a scissor cut all the way around. You know what I'm saying? I need effort. But I still go back to her. I used to when I had hair. I didn't really picture you as a baldy, Grimy. You should make a video about who would throw it back the best, like that chick did after choking out Molly. Are you trying to get me in trouble, mate? I'll write it down. I'll get it down. Oh, the fight franchise up in the building. How you doing, brother? Thriller in Manila. See if you can make or see if there is history around that fight. I mean, that's a bit too professional and serious for me, but I could look into it. $90, you gotta go fight that bitch. The thing is, they do it is like a premium place. So you get the whole pampering service, unlimited coffees. You should really get unlimited blowjobs for that price, but maybe I should ask next time. Maybe it was implied, but not directly said. $90. What are you, some rapper? Nah, I'm just a fucking idiot, mate. I'm the kind of guy who, you know, when Salt Bay was at his peak, I probably would have gone and bought one of those steaks just because, just because. Not bald, but receding, so I shave it tight. Mate, embrace that shit. Or go visit Turkey. How you doing, Kerry? What's good, my man? Rob's neighbor in the building. Shout out to his channel. Shout out to Big Ank MMA, of course, as well. Give that man a sub. Hello, everyone. Morbidly obese woman. Welcome. I'm not a big fan of your kind, but you're welcome here nonetheless because beggars can't be choosers, and I'm not the MMA guru out here. I take every fucking chat member I can get. Unlimited coffee. Does that include a go cup? Like I said, it should include a blowjob. At least one. I finish quite easily. Salt Bay is a fat ripoff. Exactly. Which is why I would have fallen for it 100%. I only fall for ripoffs. I would have done it just for the experience. Only in England do they give free coffee with your haircut. What the fuck? It's actually a whole arrangement of drinks, mate. You know, they come in, they tell you, they remember you, they tell you, it's a first class service, you know. UFC Mexico ready. I'm ready for it. It's actually after the shit show that was last weekend, I nearly packed in the whole MMA thing entirely. I feel like I've been on the verge for a while. MMA is kind of bullshit now. Was living in the island more expensive than you live right now? It was, especially when I was in Dublin. Fucking hell, mate. Dublin is by far, and I've been all over the shop. Dublin is by far the most expensive city I've ever been to. Ever. And to be honest, it's an overrated experience. What's the parlay for UFC Mexico? Well, I actually got a free bet. I think Paddy Power felt so sorry for me. They gave me a nice 25 pound free bet for the next weekend. So I've already chucked it on something. It's a retard parlay. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few underdogs in there, and we can get into that. I'm more than happy to tell you how stupid I am. I'll tell you how bad it is. I've put Kelvin Gastelum in there. That's how bad it is. I'm just throwing money away at this point. I thought there was like a dirty old pot of coffee in the corner. I think when I think England, I think old brick shit. That's just unnecessary. But mind you, what you're smoking weed while you shave your own head does sound like a more premium experience. Do you shave with a razor or like a? Do you use one of those like I don't know, like an electric shaver? Frankie, just like Aspinall, always finishes in under 60 seconds, mate. 30. I've got it down to a fine art. Sometimes it just takes a poke, and I'm done. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I like to get the objective for me is purely for selfish reasons. Don't give a fuck, mate. As I often say on this channel, not my problem. So basically, if you're with me, you've got to figure out how to get yours off before the gun explodes. And it could explode at any minute, or in most cases, any second. And I'm shameless in saying that. Never have sex with me. You will be very, very disappointed. Dublin seems whack as fuck then, especially since it's now taken, since how taken over it is. It's very taken over. Dublin is a very diverse place now. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But when I used to go there as a kid, it was white. It was whiteys only. The place has definitely changed. There's Chinese people there with like Irish accents now. It's quite trippy. We must check out some smaller Irish towns, cities for some white. I'll tell you what, yeah, you would have a much better time finding Irish lasses than English lasses. I keep telling this to you. English lasses are low grade toilet scum. Irish lasses, even if they don't get you, even if they don't let you in the panty show, they'll at least be more friendly about it. Whereas England chicks will just cut you down. They'll give you no hope. So I would definitely say we've got to have a ranked tier list here if you're going for whiteys. We know Poland's going to be up there. Ireland's going to be up there too. Sweden. There's things you can do. Let's do a video on what cars, motorbikes, UFC fighters can drive. See who the true chads are, or does anyone care? I think there are people who care about that blend, mate. It's combining two manly things into one beautiful sandwich. Go wrong. Isn't Dublin quite expensive now, mate? The cheapest nightly fee that I had for renting a place out there was 300 a night, and I'm not even fucking about. And it's not. I'm not talking about 300 bucks and you're sleeping nice. It's like it's basic. So yeah, I do have the Irish bias. I'm just speaking facts, mate. Irish women are generally not rude. English women are rude and entitled. Then they're not the ones. I'll go to my grave saying that. Mohawk haram unless prescribed by a doctor. Yeah, mohawks ain't the way anymore. They've been mullets made a good comeback for a while as well. I quite like a good mullet. I mean, I'd never rock one. I couldn't pull it off. But yeah, anyone rocking a mohawk now is basically a fucking retard. You can't mohawk anymore. I'm amazed that was ever a thing. I'm being real. Poland got most likely the best white females, but man, I got to learn a different language. Nah, they speak English out there. I've been there twice, and they love like Americans and English dudes. Basically, like anything different. It's like a niche thing, in it. You can go in there and you know plant some seed, have a good time. Why do women like accents? It's just different, isn't it? It's like how English women love American accents, and you go over there, and apparently English women love British accents. It's it's a weird thing. What the fuck is a skullet? Gastelum is a plus 270, I think, which is why I went for Gastelum because I think Pytha's kind of shitty. I mean, I know Gastelum's shitty as well, but there weren't that many fights I really wanted to bet on. Yeah, Pytha's like a minus 175, minus 200, which is too rich from my book. How you doing, Idaho Skatesman? Shout out to Split Decision Sports. I want to say it's in the description. Shout out to you guys. He opened up That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I think Pytha's right now is sitting at about minus 275, something like that. Something along those lines. And I don't like Joe Pytha. That has a lot to do with it. I think he's a whiny little bitch. I've always moaned about Joe Pytha and his like he was a 24-year-old jacked white male and he was complaining about being homeless. That shit pissed me off from the start. Andrew, you fucking love you, bro. Oh, Inner G Skullet. I got you. I didn't know that that's what it's referred to. I've always thought of it as the soul patch on the back of the nut on the back of the nut. You know what I'm saying? The old back of the head soul patch. He is growing it out now though, so it looks even more ridiculous than it first did. It's just a massive, you know. Yeah. It's not really a look that any of us can pull off, but it seems to work for Inner G, so fair play to him. A skullet. That's a great name for a fucking do. A skullet. I love it. Hope you get to shred them LA streets, Idaho. What's all this about LA streets? What have I missed? Let's go Python. Why'd you like Joe Python? Joe Python's a cunt. I usually just skate Venice. I gotta admit, it was really impressive seeing you land that kickflip in your bedroom. I was well impressed by that. You've clearly got game. Scarlet replaced mullet. That really makes sense to me. Charles Johnson is not out of the rankings. He shouldn't be. He went on a 5-fight win streak last year. He was the most active fighter on the entire roster, and he won all 5. Beat some decent opponents in there, including a guy who was 23-0. He should be ranked. And he's fun as well. Lane, I think I might try it. The back of my head still grows well. You might as well, mate. You never know, it might work. Idaho, that's sick. I started shredding again 2 weeks ago, getting it back. I have a body dysmorphia issue where like I balloon up and then I'm like, oh, I'm too big. And then I start shredding down again. And then when I shred down again, I feel like I'm too skinny, and then the process just repeats itself. I'm never happy with my physique. Never. Maybe I'm just somebody who needs targets in my life. Like when I hit something, I'm like, oh yeah, what's next? And then reversing the process seems to be. So I do like Batman mission, machinist rotations. Mexicans sweep the main card. They're gonna do a better job than us fucking Brits did. I can tell you that much. This card is low key quite good. We're gonna get some knockouts on this one. I didn't realize there had been no knockouts on the UFC London card until somebody pointed that out to me. Because I was like backing up the card. I was like, no, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Musical says, why do you always view Muggin when he's live? I've never seen him that angry. Actually, I wanna carry on this joke, but Musical is such a legend, yeah. He actually messages me before he goes on and he asks me like, what time are you going on? And then he actually sticks around so that he can get mugs to come and follow me over here. It's crazy. That's what a legend this man is. I literally would not have the channel that I have if it wasn't for Musical. I fucking love that man. I'm almost back home. Been driving for 11 hours, but next time I'm there, I'll hit you up, bro. I'm assuming that's for Giddy. How you doing, Giddy? What's good, man? Musical said he's gonna backhand you for streaming at the same time. Well, that's bullying. Because Musical is like at least 6 inches taller than me. 4. Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's not bullying. But I deserve it. I deserve a back. I've been deserving a backhand for years. I was waiting for that day. Yeah, 0 knockouts on the highest grossing fight night ever. Marvelous. I mean, it wasn't really a very well stacked fight card to begin with. It was the highest grossing because, and this is where Americans have not figured it out yet, or the American bookers have not figured it out yet. Americans like waking up, having a spot of breakfast, whatever it is you guys do, and watching the fights. Because we're men. We watch the fights at any time. And it's convenient to wake up and throw some fucking fights on. Gin and Juice, man. How you doing, Ty Bet? Shout out to Ty Bets and his channel. Give the man a sub. Now he's jealous of your views and he's threatening violence. I'm never going to get to his level. I don't think I can handle it. You know how I am. I can barely handle the guys that are in here. I fucking love that man too. Yeah, he is a legend. Frankie, for that to be true, you'd have to be about 4'8". Musical's 5'11", I think. And I'm like I'm generously giving myself 5'8". I'm really about 5'7". You have 1,000 subs. Why can't I dono? I still haven't monetized. I still haven't monetized. Muhammad Ali, you cunt. I bet you enjoyed. Fuck you. But you had a good week, prick. Marino, Torres, Gastelum, Chiwiwi. I forgot Chiwiwi was on the card. Martinez. And I don't know why I want Lazy Boy to lose. No, no, Mohammed, I didn't go to the stadium, and I'm so glad I didn't. As soon as I saw Molly was on the main card, I actually turned down a free ticket from that legend, our legend JPO at Silk Pajamas. He offered me a free ticket. As soon as I saw Molly McCann on the card, I was like, it's not even worth the train journey, mate. Fuck him. Musical has some major beef with you, bro. Better watch. Sorry, hang on a sec. Fucking stupid laptop. Hang on. Ahem. Musical has some major beef with you, bro. Better watch your back all over the UK. Probably might as well move. He doesn't know where I live. I think Musical is planning to turn on you at the meetup. That would be pretty embarrassing for me because I'm pretty sure he'd destroy me. I'm very honest about, you know, potential matchups, real life matchups, and that's one I don't think I can handle. I've got woken up with a punch before to find myself having a fight for breakfast. What kind of fucking household did you grow up in, mate? Douglas, it was fucking sweet seeing you on camera, by the way. When we do a Sunday, we had a great panel on Sunday if you guys missed it, which it sounds like most of you didn't. I need to have you on at some point, bro. You've got some you're fucking entertaining. The British MMA YouTube scene is taken over. I mean, obviously, the king of MMA YouTube is a Brit at the top, but people are starting to recognize real. Real recognizes real. Card would have been good if Leon actually made an effort. Nah, he's just shit and a coward. He's shit and he's got no heart. We should have all seen that coming. Molly didn't do too bad for a dyke that worked at Subway. I hate Molly McCann, but her opponent, I hated her even more. All that dancing and all that smiling and all that. I hated all that stuff. That really annoyed me. Yan losing was a disgrace. It was I'm still angry about it. It's the one decision on the card that I was legit pissed off about. I don't see how you can give it to that. I'm still angry. Musical seemed mildly peeved earlier. Prepare yourself for he's trolling you guys. He literally messaged me beforehand. I'm not going to show you the DMs because that's not how we roll around. No, let's just keep the beef going. Yeah, I mogged him. And I snatched all of his viewers because that's the cunt I am out here. We're sitting next to two Polish dudes and they were kicking off. You're lucky they didn't turn on you, mate. You should have quickly just been like, no. I'm like, just started saying derogatory things about Ulberg under your breath. So my bro, Mr. Leon's #1 fan. I was never Leon Edwards' number one fan. I just thought he was actually good. Do you remember when I said he was going to beat Islam Makhachev? That aged beautifully. Sup, JPL. I saw there were over 10,000 points invested on Leon. Was that the most any one fighter has received on Silk Pajamas? I don't think it is. I didn't even put anything on because I didn't have anything to put on. Giuliano, watch and learn young Padawan. If people go live on weekends, I'll come on. I go on Sunday. I go on every Sunday. We do a panel. We had JVD, who was amazing on the panel, really balanced it out. We had Giuliano and we had Good Noodle. And I thought it made for a good panel. Good Noodle was talking some insane shit. If you guys missed it, he basically said that every current top 10 middleweight would beat the shit out of Anderson Silva in his prime. And we all spent like 20 minutes laughing at him. But to be fair to him, he stuck his ground. I got a lot of respect for Good Noodle in that regard. He comes out with some crazy shit and then he doesn't back down. Want to bet on my son? Who's your son? Musical listening to my biblically accurate Giuliano impression lifted his spirits though. Wait, you came on and did that? I don't think I could do a Gilly impression. I'd need to smoke a lot of weed. I'm going to make some cheesy garlic bread with meatballs for sandwich in honor of Molly McCann losing and retiring finally. That was the highlight of the card for me. And then Paddy having a good little cry. That worked for me. I can't wait when Brady gets TKO'd by Bilal again. He won't get that fight. They'll do Bilal versus Shavkat and he'll lose. I kind of agree with the Guru on that one. I think that's the fight they make next. Because for Shavkat to get a title fight now, he's gonna have to wait until the end of the year, and he's not gonna do that. He'll fight Brady and he'll beat him up. People are getting too hyped on Brady right now. Brady is still not that good. It's just that Leon is apparently that bad and has no heart. Fight Night Frankie, I know you aren't Leon's #1 fan. I'm trolling, but it's just like I said. Leon deserved to be in McDonald's, and his career is a fluke. I wouldn't say it's a fluke. I'd say he just got figured out. That's really what it comes down to. Good Noodles Anderson Silva tape was mind-boggling. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I could not. It's one of the most insane takes I've ever heard anyone say. And he wasn't trolling. He was fucking serious. But I love Good Noodle, and it made for a great stream as well because we just went in on him. He said that John Jones sucked. Now I remember. Here's the thing. I've said this multiple times here. I hate John Jones, but he's not a shit fighter. You can say what you want about the people that he fought and his record and the close calls and all of that. He is if you've been watching MMA for a while, John Jones is highly, highly skilled. He's got a great IQ inside the cage. Outside the cage, it's the opposite. But Brady's still mid-striking though. Yeah, this is the thing. But the thing is though, this is the problem with Leon Edwards. Once he gets taken down, it's over for him because he gets very tentative in his striking. And he's already somebody who's not a push forward pressure kind of fighter anyway. So once he stops doing his thing, it's basically curtains for him. Awful. Respect the youth. Good Noodle is the future. Yes, he is. How old is Good Noodle? Frankie, would you ever go tunnel digging with Ariel in NYC? What does tunnel digging mean? Don't know what that means. I'd have to know more about it. But no, I wouldn't do anything with Ariel apart from batter him. I hate him as well. Yeah, Brady's striking is shite, but his grappling keeps improving. I think that's where he's gonna come unstuck against Shavkat though. I also think JDM's gonna lose to Bilal as well. Because it's just the year that we're having. Fighters that we love are just not having their days. It's gonna be a year of misery, and then what's gonna happen is John Jones might fight Aspinall at the end of the year. I'll have to give Gilly the money, but then John Jones will get fucking laid out. He'll get ironed out, and that will make up for all of it. Noodle is a casual. He's not a casual. He's just got wacky fucking takes, mate. Let me make this very clear for everyone in chat. Shavkat is not as good as people say he is. Ian Gary is better, even than both of them to lose. Nah, I think Shavkat just had an off night. He doesn't. I think he's still got. I think when he gets over this injury and he comes back, I think he's gonna do pretty well. Good Noodle doesn't know any better. Little Tyke. I love Good Noodle. It's very hard to get a word in sometimes, but again, he just adds fire to the. I love having him on stream. I do. I feel relieved when Good Noodle turns up because it means I can stop yapping endlessly for a minute. The only welterweights in the top 10 that I think could give Bilal serious trouble is JDM and Buckley. I think Buckley is a better chance. There's a lot of interesting stylistic things going on at welterweight at the moment. I don't think JDM is going to be the one to beat Bilal. I think it's going to be. I still believe Shavkat's going to get it done, but it's going to be Bilal's going to be hard to dethrone. And the funny thing is this might be a hot take. This might be a Good Noodle-esque take. If you look at the CVs of Tyron Woodley, of Leon Edwards, and of Kamaru Usman, if Bilal beats JDM, he's technically now the best welterweight of this era. I said it yesterday or on Sunday, and I'm standing by it. Yep, I've got JDM losing to Bilal too. I agree with you, Ank. I can't wait to have all my picks right. Put some respect on my name if you'd like. Easy. JDM was losing to Burns. He was, and people forget that. He was down 2 rounds to 1 at that point. 23,000 points down the drain. So basically everyone's a loser on silk pajamas at the moment. I hope so, Giddy, but that Gary performance didn't fill me with much confidence. It did worry me. Morbidly obese woman, people do try to take away from John Jones. We should shit on him from a great height as a human being, because let's face it, he has failed at being a human being. I think it was Making the Walk that said that. Absolutely failed at being a human being. But as a fighter, he's one of the greats. I'm trying to get freedom. JVD. Give me a minute. Like, I know an MMA YouTuber who said that Jones isn't the GOAT because he isn't a good person outside of the UFC. And to be a GOAT, you have to be a good person. Now, I don't agree with that. But Mighty Mouse is my GOAT because of I made a short about Mighty Mouse being the GOAT that I think summed it up as perfectly as I can. I think when you include everything, the longevity, the title reigns, the fact that he did it clean, the way that he won, I give it to Mighty Mouse. But John Jones, if people have John Jones as their GOAT, I'm not complaining. Would you rather share a Stromboli with or a calzone with Molly Vican, or so which one is which? I'd rather do Verna Jandaroba, being real. Mummy Dom ASMR roleplay M for M Fizzy Zillario. That was tough to say. Kevin W. I can't wait to rub into all of those soy eyes. John Jones has the fakest legacy ever. Only good performances were when he popped. Nah, I disagree with that. He had some close ones, but if you actually look at his fight IQ in there, John Jones is one of a kind. He's sensational. I know that a lot of people don't like that. John Jones is amazing. He's been caught taking steroids multiple times. Can the GOAT be a drug cheat? The thing is, yeah, Anderson Silva got accused of the same thing. There were rumors that GSP did it as well. I reckon a lot of people got away with it without getting caught. And I reckon a lot of people are doing it now and not getting caught. So it's a hard one to say. I think there are too many asterisks on John Jones's record to give him the complete nod, but saying that he's a bad fighter is mad. Man, top chat gay, but I guess that was a small sacrifice to make to remember to like the stream as soon as we get live going instead. Exactly. I'm not on top chat. At least I hope I'm not. And please do hit the fucking like button. It would help. I'm trying to get through these as quickly as possible, but I think if I just skirt through them, you're not going to get the value of my pointless takes. All Bilal needs to do is get lots of takedowns and easy W. JDM is very, very difficult to take down, but I think that Bilal's going to put the pressure on him. Nah, Usman's 15-fight win streak is very good. The names he beat are not that impressive, though. Too many rematches. If you look at Bilal's CV, Bilal's CV is better than Usman's at this point. I would argue. He's beat better people. Where's No Chill? Noodle is no casual. The kid's about the shit. Him, No Chill, Paradox are top shelf. Subscribe to him and get Docs monetized. We do need to get Docs monetized. We need to convince Docs to get back doing full-time stuff because I love Docs' channel. I miss having him around. Frankie, would you rather grapple with Pooja Tumar for 30 minutes or have dinner with Molly McCann? Ooh. My first reaction was to say grapple with Pooja Tomar, but I imagine... Don't want to get racist here, but we know she stinks. I love how this time 2 years ago when I was in your chat, the MMA community saw Bilal as a shit fighter. Bilal is a shit fighter, but he's a very effective one. And there is a difference. And I still hate him with a bloody passion. I could smell Pooja Tumar through the TV. I'm pronouncing that wrong on purpose. I love UFC talk. Let's fucking go chat. I'm amazed at all of you. I give a lot of you credit. 32 minutes in and we've mostly kept it about MMA. Shout out to you boys. Y'all see my Jones versus Aspinall and Hooker versus McGregor leak? I didn't see it. I need to head over to your channel after this. Bannon exposed Puja's pits to the world with that armbar. That turned out to be the best fight of the night. Who would have thought that? Tumar fumbled the best finish. Tomar. I think I'm glad they didn't stop it. She wasn't completely done. It's not like her eyes were rolling in the back of her head. And it goes to show you the benefit of letting things carry on for a few seconds because she did look done, but we would have missed out on a great comeback. And we would have had another Indian fighter, well, not another, but an Indian fighter getting another robbery or another elevation that she didn't deserve because she did rob her first fight. So fuck Tomar, whatever her name is. I'm on it. Paradox is going to stream this week. Peer pressure does work. We know that. We know that on here, it's the only fucking thing that works. Bro, Bilal is chill. Bro, he's not chill. He's not chill. Bilal is an irritating cunt, mate. He's an absolute cunt. I hate Bilal. I don't like this heel persona he's playing, but I guess it's better than him saying nothing. Bilal is the GOAT and also cool. What has happened to my community? Ugh. Frankie, thoughts on dynamic instability? I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. It's been a long day. I'm not prepared for a question that requires more than 10 IQ points, mate. Don't come here with that intellectual shit, bro. Not at fucking 9:30 at night. My brain is cooked and I'm old. Bilal almost got finished by Leon the Bum. The thing is, we can say that all day long to justify it, and it's true. Like Leon was on his way to finishing him in that 5th round, but he was so shit throughout the rest of the fight that I almost don't care. I'm finally over that shit after seeing him get battered on the weekend. Wait, what is dynamic instability? What is that? Bilal Mafia. I guess I deserve it for all the shit I've been talking for years. And I've been nothing but accurate in my Bilal-related predictions after the first Leon fight. I said, the Leon beats Usman, Bilal goes unbeaten, Bilal wins the belt off Leon, then loses the belt to Shavkat. I hope that you're right about that trajectory. So you think he's going to beat JDM as well? Because I definitely do. Anyone who's been betting on Bilal over the last few years has made serious fucking money. Yeah, those side kicks are quite annoying to watch. But some of the switch kicks are quite nice. Bannon's not entirely terrible, but I've seen her live twice, and I was bored out of my mind both times, and she should have lost both fights. I'm Irish through and through, but I'm sorry, she's going nowhere. Ahoy, Frankie, how you doing, Cheddarhead? What's good, bro? Shout out to you. We need to have that meet up on Xbox Live at some point because I got my Xbox Live subscription for you and Aaron. I played UFC for about 20 minutes, got beaten up by Aaron quite badly, and then I haven't picked it up since. Thoughts on Jones fighting middleweights most of his career whilst on. He fought everyone he fought everyone that was rightfully in title contention. So it's kind of not his fault. And I would argue that middleweights are generally more skilled MMA wise than light heavyweights. However, John Jones does have a ridiculous size advantage. And now that he doesn't, why do you think he's taken so long to fuck around and get in there with Aspinall? Why is he doing it? Because he knows. What up, bro? How you doing, Colton? You fucking pervert. What's good? My favorite pervert. How you doing, bro? Bannon is absolute dog shit, mate. I will not be told. I don't think anyone's going to give you a different opinion. She is shit. You're not going to get any different from me. JDM is going to bat before Bilal gets his smelly hands on him. KO first round. I admit that would make me very, very happy. I'm saying Bilal's going to win. I'm not saying I want Bilal to win. I'm just saying I know what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing Bilal getting at least 2 title defenses because I don't even think he's going to fight Shavkat after that. Benil's going to retire when Rufio or Ignacio KO him. I think they need to do they need to redo the Benil and Money Moicano fight. Excuse me. But I don't think Benil's going to wait that long. But mind you, Moicano didn't exactly get hurt. So maybe I think they could redo that for May or June. Why not? Moicano deserves that layup. UFC 5 is a broken game. Well, I only played it for 20 minutes and I was really shit at it, so I assume it must be broken because I'm great at everything. Ty, who you got, bro? Good question. I'm pretty average at UFC 5. I'll give you a fight. Sounds like a fair fight, mate. I'm proper shit. I mean, I'm really shit. Aaron Tats will tell you. Yeah, smelly hands is a cold thing to say. What are Hamzat's chances if him and Brian Jones were the exact same weight and they fought? Jones would win. Jones would beat Hamzat. Nobody's KOing Jones in the first 5 minutes because he's way too cautious and way too defensively sound. And Hamzat would gas himself out in 5 minutes. Which is why I'm still siding with Dricus in that fight. Dricus is the GOAT, and I'm not going to hear anything else about it. He's the only hope I've got left. And Ilya Superior, of course, as well, but we don't even know what's going to happen with him. Dynamic Instability won an award on Clown Show. What the fuck is Dynamic Instability? Who's that? Is that a YouTuber or something? I thought it was some kind of cosmic oddity or something. You know, you were asking me a scientific question. I was stumped. Great at rice burning. Who's great at rice burning? I got 10-8 in round 1. You mean on the game? Oh, off to round 2 versus the dentist. I've got some context now. I haven't been to a dentist in a while. Not since I got my tooth knocked out. That was a good day. Moreno, Chiwiwi, Charez, Lupi, and Lazy Boy. I don't think those are bad. Just now looking at the card first time. I've made a parlay already because I've got a free bet. And I've included Kelvin in there because I'm stupid and I never learn my lessons. But I just hate Joe Pyfer that much. She? Can someone send me a link? Can someone send me a link for this thought? And wait, before I call her a thought, is she hot? Hang on a second. Let's get this. Let's get this up. Dynamic instability. Oh. Okay. I'm not gonna diss her. Let's give it time. I'm not just gonna trash a female that I've never heard of just because it's funny. The cosmic oddity you're thinking of is Paradox. Yeah. DDP has star potential because he's a good-looking dude who speaks fluent English, but why isn't he more popular on social media? Like, I think he's more popular than you think he is. DDP is the best trash talker in MMA right now. That man is an absolute savage. Ty, I kind of want Dober. Yeah, I picked against Dober as well. I think Dober's done. Dober can only beat up black guys. We know that. If you've got any melatonin in your skin, you're gonna batter Drew Dober. Only black guys. Or melanin or whatever. Melanin. Her eyes look like they're about to fall out of her head. She isn't hot. I wasn't gonna comment on her. I don't want to be mean. We know she's not my type, obviously, because she's white, but why does she care? John, are you looking forward to this week's card? Are you, John? I'm actually looking forward to this one a little bit more than I was UFC London. I was only hyped for UFC London about 45 minutes before it started, and then it fell off a cliff. I know melatonins. I'm tired. I'm tired. Melanin, whatever. I probably got that wrong as well. How good is Manuel Torres' win versus Chris Duncan aging? Like fine wine. Chris Duncan looks sensational. Melatonin still works. Haha. They get slept. I'm pretty sure I've used the wrong term there. I was never that good at science. I'm getting tired of the UFC. I am. It's starting to get really I'm getting jaded by the whole thing. I'm just not as into it as I used to be. I mean, I'm still gonna watch every card because I'm a bit simpy that way. But I don't know why. It's just felt a bit underwhelming to me for the last 6 months. I just haven't been enjoying myself. White girls are the best, Frankie. They are not. Asian all the way. I know you will like troll me into like having this take every so I just keep banging the same drum, but I'm telling you, once you've had an Asian, you never go back, sir. They are the goats. I don't like any experience I've had with white women has been forgettable, and they've got weird pussies. There, I said it. Fuck it. I think there being too many cards is kind of an issue. But at the same time, we kind of need them because it gives more opportunities for people to rise up and give things a go. I'm not even aware. No, 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 not Indonesian. No, 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 no. I'm talking yellow Asian, sir. I should have been more clear. Very, very sorry. Asians do not breed weak children. I've got 3 of them, and they're all fucking legends, mate. But mind you, they did come out of my balls, so I might be being a little bit biased here. I don't know. I'm never disappointed unless O'Sally gets gifted a win or privileged title shots. Juice man, you've always been an optimist. You were one of the guys who was backing me up in my Dricus du Plessis and in my what was my take about? I've lost my train of thought. About UFC London not being that bad. You had my back on that one. Nobody else did. Nobody else still does. They announced another women's main event at the Apex. Fuck me. What is it now? Just break it. Just break it to me now. Let's get it out of the way. No, no. I'm specifying it's yellow Asians, people, not Indian Asians. They can go fuck off. Although they're not that bad. I wouldn't put them that low on the tier list. Indian women and Indonesian women can be relatively pretty. I dated one once who had massive knockers. I don't know if I told you guys this story. Most selfish cunt I ever slept with. She would literally come in like 2 minutes, and she was like one of those women who, when she was done, she was done. Like she would like orgasm so hard, and then she was too sensitive to carry on. Like literally, I like 95% of the time I smashed her, and I can finish with the best of them. I'm the Usain Bolt of the releasing my nut game. And even I had a 95% losing ratio against this woman. It's an utter disgrace. Became a race after a little while. Guess I still got my Asian V cut. No, they're Asians, but I'm talking about my favorite Asians are the yellow variety, sir. Yellow all day. What did I miss JVD saying? The boa does what the fuck he wants. Damn fucking straight. So I'm assuming you've got you've got Drickus all day as well. You're on my side when it comes to Drickus. 2 minutes is more than enough time, best believe. But you see, back in the day, I used to think it mattered to kind of try and to try and last as long as you could. It was like a game to me. I used to be a stamina giant, and then I realized it matters not. And it's all about me and fuck him. But yes, 2 minutes should be enough. That's when you move on to the next hole, Frankie. To be fair, she was down for that. I'm just not really somebody who likes to stick it in the stink hole. I've had a bad experience with that, and I'm not gonna paint it out for you, but you can figure it out, dirty bitch. Bare asshole booty pics. Now you're just shouting out random stuff, bro. But it is why I love you, or one of the reasons. Why do Asians have weird knees? Do they? I wouldn't put knees very high on my on my like list of things that I look for. But now that you've mentioned that, I'm gonna be looking out for it, and you might ruin it for me. From what I can remember, I don't think that's true, but I will look into it. Aaron Capricorn, how you doing, sir? Good to have you here. We are basically hanging out and talking some shit. We actually managed to talk about MMA for a solid 40 minutes, which is very unlike this channel. But we're back to the bread and butter of the channel. So, yes, we're back. That's vulgar, Frankie. I don't think it is. Oh, you mean what I just said? It was exactly what you're thinking. I never recovered from it. You know what happened. And I wasn't using the Jimmy as well, so it was extra disgusting. Nah, Douglas sent a picture of his asshole to. I thought we were over this. Where is no? That's not Douglas. I thought you said that somebody else did that. That's a lot of buttholes getting sent around. I'm starting to question the validity of your statement, sir. North Korea and South Korea are the skinniest and second skinniest countries. I don't think that's contrived. I don't think it is. How's it going, Angie? I'm glad you turned up for me having this conversation. Fuck it, I'm an open book. Angie, you're what I would classify as maybe not a yellow Asian, but you know what I'm saying. Do Asian women have fucked up knees? Because I've never noticed this. Maybe you can fill me in. If you could look at your own knees and then tell me what the get down is, and just be real. Let's be real. Look, I've heard of the brown dwarf planet. Is that an anal joke? I've not heard. Yes, check out this channel. Kerry Rob's neighbor, one of the nicest fucking guys, and he actually makes interesting content. I don't just shout him out because I love him. I shout him out because he's actually good. Doesn't do as many fucking lives as he should be doing, Kerry, and having your boy on. But I still love you, and I hope you get back to doing your thing. You're just down to making great videos now instead of lives, which I really miss. This chat took a downturn quick, and I contributed to it. You should be proud of yourself. It doesn't take much in here to blow shit off the work. Ask Jiggy. I mean, I don't really. It's not that I don't care. It's just that I almost said I need to see the evidence, and I'm like, I have to backtrack from that immediately. I brought up the UFC, so to be fair, so thank you for that. I get a lot of shit for the stuff that we talk about in this channel, but it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I just have a fucked up community. The best fucked up community on YouTube, I think. I don't veer the conversation in this direction. It's not my fault. Yeah, Douglas, we're good. I mean, we're not really talking about backsides. We're more talking about the stink hole. But I saw the live stream on that, and it sounds like you were somewhat acquitted. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't really like talking about men's bum holes. There are some places I'm not willing to go. Not many. There are not many things that I won't talk about on this channel, but men's bum holes are things that I like to think that I would veer very much clear from. The AI said, every stroke of genius had a touch of madness. I'm not convinced by the whole AI thing yet. It's not doing my work for me, which is why I'm not satisfied with it yet. I've tried to get it to do some tasks for me at work, and it's the same generic Google stuff. I don't think it's really reached its peak yet. Never ask for the evidence. Somebody might actually show it and you'll regret it. I feel like I've put it out there now. 1K subs about fucking time again. Yeah, man, we hit it. We hit it last week. I didn't notice it until someone pointed it out to me. Because I used to check my subscribers all the time. Like I'd wake up in the morning, I'd roll over. Oh fuck, I've lost 10 subs again. It would be fucking annoying. It's funny, yeah. When I stopped caring is when things just started doing its thing. The subs don't really matter that much. And I've stuck to my promise that I'm not going to monetize. And I've done that so far. I've had a few emails from YouTube asking me to do so. And gay chat, when is it not gay, JVD? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Quoting an AI docu video, fictional. I think I've lost a little bit of context here. No, Douglas, he's just what do you call it? He's trying to get you annoyed and it's working. So just don't let it. Say fuck it. I showed my bumhole. I've got a bumhole. I've got a glorious bumhole. And what? That's how you deal with it. Congrats again on the 1K. I really appreciate that, man. I've been around for a little while now. I didn't realize this until recently. I've been on YouTube for 2 years. 2 whole fucking years. But the first year didn't really count because I was hiding behind a PowerPoint and making really snide comments about fighters. So really, I've only been doing live stuff for about a year. So I'm pretty chuffed to be in this position. I really am. And like I said, it's not about the money for me. It's about the bumholes. I finally get to talk about bumholes with immunity. And I'm very worried as well that if I do monetize, YouTube is going to realize what a fucked up pervert I am. And they're going to shut this place down. It's not worth it for $10 a month. I'll be honest. They can keep their $10 and I want to go gung-ho on as many bumholes as I want to. Look at Engine AI and Clone Robotics. Engine AI has proper human gait and Clone is just creepy. I'm telling you, mate, in 10 years from now, there's going to be AI women walking around in the world and we're not even going to know what the fuck a real woman is anymore. And then the women are really going to panic. Frankie, what's your favorite celestial body? Saturn's rings or Uranus? I've always been a Uranus guy. I always had Uranus as my favorite planet before I even knew that, the anus part when I was a kid. I was a very innocent little kid, you know. I wasn't trying to fuck chicks or anything until I was deep into my teens. I was a late bloomer. And then once that flower bloomed, Jesus Christ, man. The world shook. Do you read about philosophy? I have done in the past. It's not something that overly fascinates me. I mean, it's important. I do find it somewhat stimulating, or I did. But I've evolved, sir. I am now the philosopher. My learning is over. I am now the master. I walked in on bumholes, but hello, mate. You walk in here anytime. You're walking in on bumholes. If you walked in on minute 1, it would have been. Yeah, Douglas. Like I love JVD, and we know what it do, but just don't rise to the trolling because that's when it gets you. A woman is whatever an AI robot identifies as a woman. So I'm gonna ask you guys realistically, if it gets to the point where we get, cloned women and they have AI personalities, as in they have downloaded personalities, are you smashing? Because my answer is obviously yes. But how do you feel? YouTube is effing bad not counting my watch hours for months and removed my advanced privileges like pinning comments just because I commented this is going to be one fugly fight. I made a comment about, when somebody, I can't remember who it was. I think it was, anyway, there was a UFC fighter who I dislike. I think it might have been Bo Nickel. He said that he could win in a fight against the gorilla. And I said, fuck it, we should troll on him. Or sorry, we should convince him it's a good idea so that he tries. And I got a community strike for that. That's what YouTube has become. It's fucked up. I'm trying to get into reading philosophy, but I don't know where to start with. Go with the classics, I guess. Just start with Greek philosophy and just work your way up from there. That would be the most obvious place to start. You know, like Sophocles, people like that. Get into the real, because some of it's still relevant. Not really. I don't see it weird. I don't think you've got weird. I don't think you've got weird knees. He said chimpanzee. I said, go ahead and try it. A chimpanzee would fuck him up, mate. Actually, with a chimpanzee, I'm not so. He'd lose to a chimpanzee. I'd have to be down really bad to smash an AI chick. Well, you don't know what's coming, mate. Think about how old you're going to be at that point. And they just might be down. I'd be in for a Jennifer Connelly bot, as would I, sir. I'd go lower than Jennifer Connelly, to be fair. I'd be willing to try it. I reckon I'd reach a point of desperation where, you know, if I'm still, you know, if I ever reach a desperate point, which thankfully I'm not there, I'd probably give it a go. We're talking about a real woman. Sup, what is the smartest animal? Apparently it's dolphins. Or maybe they're second. I can't remember. Depends on what you define as smart. Start with Meditations by Marcus Aurelius if you like Stoicism. One of my favorite books. There's a shout out right there. They might be down. If I'm buying a fuck robot, it won't have a choice. Yeah, but it's not a robot though. It would be a clone that has an AI inserted personality. An orca, but again, this is a sticky subject because it's like, what do you define as intelligence? It's a tricky one. It genuinely is, like, because if you're basing intelligence based on how humans interact with things, then you're gonna have a very different view on what intelligence is. If you're talking about intelligence within their own context and their also own surroundings, it becomes more clear cut, I think. I think we rank higher than dolphins, Frankie. So what you got for me? Fucking hell, this chat is getting weird. Ulysses put me on those. What's a red bone chick? Oh, do I need to Google this? What is? Oh, what? Don't understand. A light-skinned black woman, often with red undertones. I could go for that. Yeah, a chimpanzee rips your arms off like noodles. Exactly my point, which is why I wanted him to try. Aaron Capricorn, I was thinking that. Orcas are scary intelligent, but like in what context? The way they communicate is fucking amazing. Yeah, animal muscles are not normal. That's what I'm saying. Bo Nickel was a moron. Plain and simple. A chimpanzee would fuck him up. By the way, Bodak, if you're still here, are you going on like bang in 2 minutes? Just asking. Like they put rocks in water because they understand that adding mass to water raises the water levels. But then I've seen like ravens or crows, for example, solve puzzles to get food, like solve solve complex puzzles. So they could be seen as smart. Apes use tools to some extent. They formulate, you know, I don't know. It really depends on what you classify as intelligent and the context in which you're saying it. Red bone is kind of a weird term, to be honest. Too close to redskin, but the Childish Gambino song is fire. I like Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino. In the ocean, yes, bottleneck dolphins, but I think chimpanzee. But the thing is that we mostly say that chimpanzees are smart because we're quite closely related to them, right? Again, it's just our egotism saying that chimpanzees are I think context is important. I think within their own worlds, their ability to solve game changer. Sorry, to solve situational moments is a game changer. Bo Nickel could beat a chimp without any teeth. It would be a closer fight. But I'm back to what some of our dudes were saying in here. I think he'd rip his. I think if it was like for to life and death. I think a chimpanzee would rip that fucker's arms off, and I'd pay to see that. Yeah, Joe Rogan is the ultimate chimpanzee glazer. Or bears. He's fucking obsessed with bears. Mortally terrified of bears, which I understand. But it's like, of course, a bear could fuck up a human. It's not a conversation that we need to have. I really need to see that Lucas Tracy animal tier list. A couple of people have recommended it to me. You know the one where he ranked the fighters that he thinks he could beat the animals that he thinks he could beat in a fight. I need to see that. I reckon a strong enough man could beat up a chimp if he managed a nut kick ripoff. I think it would just make the chimpanzee angry. Just like I hate when ladies tell their daughters, if a man tries to attack you, kick him in the balls. This is not a cartoon, ladies and gentlemen. We don't live in a cartoon world. I've been kicked in the balls. I don't fall down holding my nuts going, oh my God. I get very angry. I'm in pain, but I just get more mad. And I'm more likely to fuck you up. So don't kick men in the balls if you're a woman. Run away. Because he's just going to fucking club you to death after he's done rubbing his balls. This ain't a cartoon. Don't get heel hooked, fam. Joe Rogan looks like an upside down hanging turkey. I think Theo, what's his name? Is it Theo Von or whatever his name is? He summarized it best. You know those turkeys that you strip and you hang them upside down in a meat shop window? That's what Joe Rogan looks like. 2 daggies versus a grizzly. Who you got? Again, I think we should keep the debate open so that they try. A grizzly bear fucks up about 100 humans. Let's be real. 100 humans. Can we see Douglas versus... We can do that on Sunday. I mean, there's nothing really much to debate. It will just be, you showed your bumhole. No, I didn't. And then it would just be that kind of back and forth. I've never heard... This is the first time I've never heard of a yellow bird. I've never heard of a red bone. It's my first time. Oh, you meant killer whales. Once that happened, some kid tried to do that, and I clobbered him in the face, and he cried during recess. This is what I'm saying. A kick in the balls does not make you keel over, rolling around on the floor, like you're off the list for 30 minutes. It doesn't work like that. I got kicked in the nuts twice this week. It just pissed me off. Bad advice for the ladies. A lot of men have sold self-defense to women on the kick him in the nuts defense. It doesn't work. Chimps are only 1.5 times stronger than your average. That's a big fucking percentage though, bro. 1.5 times is what? 50% stronger on average. That's a lot of power. And if you get a somewhat ripped chimp, he's mogging. And again, they're much quicker. And they fight animalistically, obviously being animals. Now you're getting fucked up. Are you reading about prehistoric animals at all? Nah, not since again, yeah, this is gonna sound really bad on my part. Because I do consider myself somewhat of an intellectual. I read mostly fiction, man. I swear to God. I don't read a lot of non-fiction stuff. I don't. Can't be asked of it. I used to be a big fan of like David Attenborough, and I used to watch a lot of his stuff, but I just don't have the time anymore. 1 grizzly versus 10 marabs. I might take the marabs. You got me on that one. Goat marab could definitely like a cloned army of goat marabs could get it done. Laugh my ass off. I'm dying over here. I don't even know what I said. I've forgotten what I've been talking about already. I would have been in jail twice if I got kicked in the balls twice. Exactly. But you see, I got kicked in the balls. The thing is that the 2 times I got kneed in the balls actually twice this week. And it's breaking up fights. Because all my students actually respect me for some reason. I figured out today that every student in my class, including the females, are at least my height or taller. That was a sobering realization. Do you believe in Bigfoot? Um, I haven't really thought about it. I'm gonna go with no. It sounds retarded. I go by the so many people have been looking for this cunt for years and truly believe it. I think he would have been found by now. I think it's some retard that's just extremely hairy, got lost in the woods. It's like someone autistic or something. Not that an autistic person's a retard, but you know what I'm saying. Their family let them out into the woods and they've survived and they've just grown hair, and that's what Bigfoot is. That's what I'm going with. Try to find 10 men who can keep their nerve charging at Marab. We're talking about Marab here. Dumb as fuck. Thoughts on those fights where there's 3 light heavyweights versus 1 light heavyweight? What's that? There were 3 light heavyweights versus 1 light heavyweight. I can't imagine any situation where that would go well for the person on the. I don't see that going well for anyone. Bigfoot was a scam. It's an old guy in a costume. It's a pretty convincing. I think it's just a hairy cunt. It's somebody who can grow like excessive hair all over their bodies, and they're just out there in the woods fucking about. I got you tomorrow, Weston, if you're free. I'm gonna go live too. Had a few days off this week, and I'm already back up to 190 pounds. Might have to bust out some push-ups on streams. I'm gonna do that during that because people don't believe that I can do 75 straight push-ups. And I fucking can. I'm a monster. There is absolutely no way 10. No, there's no way. I reckon 100 men couldn't beat a grizzly. I'm just being real. Because it's like the Joe Rogan one. You know, when they did that Joe Rogan cartoon where he said he could beat up 1,000 fourth graders or whatever. And he said he would just kick one of them to the moon and then they'd all get shit scared and then he'd just start picking them off. I think it would be the same thing with the grizzly bear. I think the grizzly bear would fuck up. He'd maul one guy into complete shreds and then the rest of them would shit their pants. I don't care who you are. A full-grown male grizzly bear is fucking up a lot of people. I love Trailer Park Boys. I need to hit that up again. I love that show. Where Ricky and Bubble stumble upon Sam and thinks he's a Sam Squatch will be one of my favorite scenes of all time. That show, it got shit towards the end, but that show was, and I don't mean proper shit because I love Trailer Park Boys. I only got turned onto it like about 3 years ago, so I was able to binge watch through like a lot of it. I love that show. Very hard picking my favorite character from that. There are so many. Bigfoot proof on my channel posts. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll give it a look. I'm dumb enough to fall for anything. I saw a breakdown of that Bigfoot footage. I don't remember any of it, but convinced me it was real. Really? To be honest, Betty, you're somebody whose opinion I hold in quite high regard. You definitely are one of the less retarded in my chat. That's as much of a compliment as I can give around. That would be one well-fed grizzly bear. The classic. All right, gorilla versus grizzly is an interesting one. Because gorillas are mad powerful as well. And they're smarter. Whenever I heard the grizzly bear versus, I always went with the gorilla. I was one of the very few that would go with the gorilla just because I think they're a bit smarter. But Ricky is the best. I think Ricky got. I think they did the whole Homer Simpson on Ricky by the end. I think he got a little bit too dumb, but he is one of the best. I like J-Rock as well. J-Rock always I think J-Rock stayed consistently funny and then he kind of added new things to his game. Like I've used the word ganking ever since J-Rock started using it. I think the term ganking for robbing people is one of the funniest ways you can talk about stealing from somebody. It's just fucking hilarious. I'm gonna go gank some luggage. That guy was the man. Whoops, I read that wrong, Betty. Yeah, Ty Betts went for him and was like, oh, hang on a second, he's agreeing with me. Honestly, Character is relatable and likable, except Cyrus. I like Cyrus as well. Cyrus makes me laugh, man. Cyrus is a funny parody. Is a funny parody. I like Cyrus. The only character I didn't like, I don't like any of, well, most of the women in that show. But then that's just me, isn't it? It's who I am. Has anybody ever seen Harry and the Hendersons? Fuck yeah, I have. Harry and the Hendersons was a sick show. Got two birds stoned at once, water onto the fridge. Oh, you are such a welcome addition to this chat. A grizzly bear. Well, I was talking about you earlier, Aaron Tats. Welcome to the chat, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Aaron Chat's one of the OGs in the game, but a young OG. Yeah, Tats. I mean, I'm not saying it's the grizzly bear is the obvious answer, but it's as Jesus' story in Talmud says, it's the fucking fight to make. I reckon UFC will go to those levels one day. I mean, the fucking cunt does slap fighting. It's inevitable that we're gonna get like animal fights somewhere down the line. What's your favorite top 5 retards in the chat? Andy B. Don't say Andy. Andy B's not a retard. Let's not say that. That's cold. We love Andy B. Andy B might be the smartest cunt in here. My top 5 retards. That's very hard. That's really hard. Because there's so many of you. And you all have your moments. I mean, if you're the retards, I guess that would make me your king. I'm the biggest retard out here. So I'm aware of the irony. I'd have to give that one a good think. Have a good one, Angie. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. I said not including him. Yeah, but you mentioned him though. That was cold blooded, Joe. And Joe Hogan. Oh, Sniff's in the building. Shout out to Sniff. What's more immoral, cockfighting or power slap? I know which one is more retarded. I've said some very, very bad things about power slap over the years. Very bad stuff. And then I did that panel with that power slap fighter guy with S-Dogs. And he was a really awesome dude. And I mean, I didn't feel guilty for what I said, but I was glad he didn't see that video because he would have been very upset. Andy B didn't block you. He's now off YouTube. He didn't block you. Andy B has been silenced, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Power slap is retard alert. Power slap is the dumbest of the dumb. We've got to be honest with ourselves. It just is. Power slap is fucking terrible. It is for mongoloids. It's just an awful, awful organization. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to keep my promise here. I'm sorry for keeping this a short one, but as promised, we are now going to segue, if you guys don't mind, into Bodak, who has now gone live. So I'm going to link his channel in the description. I'm sorry for keeping this a short one, but I always do on Tuesday because I'm in the middle of a working week and I've been kicked in the nuts twice this week. So I need to go ice my ball sack. Shout out to everyone in the chat who's obviously joined in today. Thank you for such an amusing conversation. I'm going to get some sick fucking shorts out of this. So thank you for helping me to boost my channel. I appreciate every single one of you. Head over to Bodak and get some intellectual chat this evening, if that's what you're into. Yeah, much love. I will be back on Thursday. So we do Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. So I'll be back on Thursday and I'll catch you all then. So shout out to all of you. Much love. Thanks for making it a really fun one. Like I said, the chat is all about you guys. Thank you so much. Much love, boys and girls. I'll catch you all on the next one. Head over to Bodak, show the man some love. Raid his ass. Raid it good. Sounded wrong. Douglas, peace, bro. Take it easy, Antac, JPL, Jesus Story and Talmud. Thank you for coming back. Westy, everyone. Crystal, Aaron, both of you. Ty Betts, Joe Hogan, Angie. Who else? We've got Colton, of course, my fucking legend. Kerry. Fucking hell, we've got such a diverse fucking chat of degenerates in here. Anyway, shout out to all of you. Much love. Have a great rest of the week. I'll see you on Thursday. Same time in a bit, guys. Peace.